Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. I have a great success story to share with you guys, and this is one for those of you. Let me just tell you this. This woman literally came to me trying to manifest SP. SP didn't want to have anything to do with her, and I've seen this so much in coaching. If you've followed me since day one or even like at all, you see that so many people are in this situation of not being chosen. Uh, SPs don't want to have anything to do with them or are not looking for commitment. And then we shift into that. They recreate, they conform. So if you are in a situation that has to do with that, or any recreation for that matter, stay tuned. This is your birds before land. I don't want you to ever think that your circumstance matters because it doesn't. I've seen crazy shifts happen. So do not ever worry about that. This is going to be a Good Friday video, you guys. I want to set the tone for your weekend. No matter what's happened recently, we're going to flip it around. So don't you worry. I've had such amazing clients this week. Repeat clients and new. So for those of you watching, I love you guys so much. Thank you for choosing me as your coach. Thank you for choosing the courses, and thank you for seeing that you can invest in yourself and it will pay off. Okay. And also, last week, you guys, I announced the new EFT course for money and abundance. I already have successes from it. I don't know if you guys saw my short from this last week, but it was only a few days that it was out, and people were sending in success stories already after doing the EFT tapping for money and abundance. So if you are looking to make more money, manifest more opportunities, more abundance, more wealth from everywhere, check out that new course. It's called EFT tapping for money and abundance. I also have thrown in EFT for winning jackpots and winning all of that. So that's in there too. You guys, I'm gonna read a success story and then we're gonna talk about it. But a little bit of backstory is when she came to me, her man was just like, he would see her when he would see her, right? No commitment, no promises, no nothing. And she wanted more because it's been going on for quite some time and she doesn't want it to just be friends with benefits and all that. And we got some juicy stuff in this story. So in this success story, so I'm going to share it. You guys, I noticed a lot of you were asking where they could see the testimonials and the client emails sent in. I always share them. So on our YouTube, if you click the community tab, if you go into our YouTube channel and you click community, I always post client successes, client emails in there, and a lot of like tips and tricks all the time. So it should pop up on your feed if you're subscribed. Also, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the stuff is posted there too. So just in case, if you want to read it, if you want to see a lot of birds before land for you, if you want to see how it's possible for you, look there. Okay, you guys, I want to read this and then we're gonna get into things you can do starting today to get what you want: money, abundance, SP, specific person. I always say specific person because someone asked what's SP the other day, and it's specific person, you guys. All right. Okay, you guys, the client writes, "Hey, Ani, you're going to be amazed to hear my success story. It's been 3 months since I have been doing EFT tapping to manifest your SP Now course. I'm seeing amazing results from my man. Last week, he came over to spend the night with me. And before he came inside to my house, on the porch, he told me, I'm the only person that has his heart He hasn't even said that to his baby mama. He told me I'm the only one he wants to be with, and I told him, "You have my heart too. You always have my heart." Girl, I love this because I remember in session you would say like you always wanted to manifest this type of emotion from him. Like I see this a lot, you guys, this pattern um where first the specific person that you're manifesting, like they don't want anything serious, they don't want commitment, but the more you're working on you and you're doing that homework, and like the more you're really starting to love yourself and really be open-minded to the situation and not judge your current reality, like they open up and they become vulnerable too, because it's almost like you are trusting you and they're starting to trust you more. Like you see that reflection. Okay, I told him, "You have my heart too. You always have my heart." I told him, "You're the only one I want to be with too." Then he told me he's planning to go out of town. She said where, but you guys, I'm not going to say the where and all that because I always keep stuff private. Um, so they're going out of town for a football game. And he asked me if I want to go. And I said, yes, I would go with him. This will be our first trip together. I'm very excited about it. Okay, this is so good. I love this girl. If you're watching, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for allowing us to share this so people can see that you can manifest the first trip out of town together. You can manifest your person telling you they love you and they have your heart. You have their heart. Like, this is so good. This will be our first trip together. I'm very excited about. And he also told me that he's going to take me out somewhere very nice soon. And I'm so excited about that too. Girl, you get it. Get it. Like, you deserve it. You deserve to be feminine. You deserve to receive. You deserve to just receive your manifestations. This is for all of you watching. You deserve to receive. Stop identifying as someone that always has to do, manipulate, control. You deserve to sit back and do you and receive all this. I'm excited about that too. Also, Ani, when I saw your video that you launched your EFT tapping for money and abundance course, I manifested it. I'm so happy that I manifested that course too. I'm planning on purchasing that course soon, and along with I'm going to keep doing the EFT tapping for manifesting your SP Now course to maintain all this success. More success stories coming soon. I love you, Ani. Take care. Girl, I love you too. I love you too. I intend you're watching this. If you are, comment down below so everyone can see. Um, I'm so excited you manifested the money. So many people said that they manifested the money and abundance course for the tapping too. Like that makes my day, you guys. I love that you guys um really want to invest in yourself and you trust the content. Like I would never put anything out that I would not do. I literally have done it and I do those methods till this day. One thing I want to mention, you guys, and this has to do with the success story, and this has to do with anyone that I would coach one-on-one or through my courses, and I want you to know this too. Very important. These techniques or methods, whatever, right? Some people like affirmations, some people like tapping, some people like scripting, all these different things, right? These are not gimmicks. Like these are not, oh, do this so you manifest, and if you don't do this you won't manifest. That's not the case. Like i've I've seen a lot of people say like, you don't need to buy this, you don't need to buy that, and I'm actually one of those people that also tells you you don't need to buy anything. But I'm not gonna tell you, and I've heard actual coaches say this, which I don't agree with. Those methods are used to reprogram your subconscious mind. So if anyone tells you don't do anything to reprogram, okay. So if you stay the same, how is it going to change? If you stay the same, thinking the same way, reacting the same way, assuming the same way, and believing the same old stories, how are you going to get a different reality? That is literally the definition of like insanity. Repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. It doesn't work that way. And I know you know it doesn't work that way because you probably have tried just maybe staying positive or hoping for the best, right? And you still probably get same old stuff, same old reactions, same old behaviors from people, and you're not seeing movement or you're not seeing changes. So I would never say do the same thing and then you're going to get different results. No, there has to be some type of change. But when we apply these changes, as you see in my videos, as you see in the client emails, as you see in the success stories I share, things change for the better. So please don't approach these things as like, oh, it's just it's a technique. I don't need techniques. True. At some point, you're going to reprogram your mind enough where you're not going to need to uh, check in as often. You're not going to need to um, watch or like control the reactions or control your nervous system. You will do it to a point until you don't need to do it anymore. It's kind of like, okay, like weight loss or fitness, right? Once you get to your goal, you're not going to keep pushing harder and harder, right? You're going to keep it at a maintenance. And the good thing about your mind, your subconscious mind, it likes habits. So the more and more you approach this through like a habitual way and you discipline, it eventually takes in this new story you have and this new way that you're approaching life and the new perspective you have. And it runs the show with that perspective rather than the old. Recently, I put out a short, you guys, and I was explaining how the subconscious mind works, and I explained it through a very, very simple example. This is how your subconscious mind works. So my example was the other day. So when I leave my house, I always have to take a left outside. Like when I get my car out of the garage, I always take a left, okay, to get to the main street, to go wherever. This time, out of my garage, I had to go straight ahead. But in that moment, after I got into my car, put on my seatbelt, put on my music, whatever, my autopilot went on. And I wasn't thinking about the destination. Like I knew where I needed to go, but I no longer thought about the destination as I was leaving the garage. So what happened? As I was kind of unconscious about the destination and not paying attention to where I'm going right now, I was paying attention to more of like my atmosphere, the car, the wheel, the music, just in my thoughts, okay? My subconscious mind literally controlled. It was almost like a GPS system. Like I was like those any type of robotic thing, like a robot, like an iRobot, like those robot vacuums, right? You just tell it where to go and it goes. Like you say, okay, you go to the living room and clean the living room and it goes straight to the living room. Like instead of getting out of the garage and going straight ahead, my hands literally turn the wheel left because every single day when I leave the garage, I make a left. That's every single time, except this one time I needed to go straight. Okay. So what happened there? I'm in my head, I'm on autopilot. My subconscious is like, yeah, she's not paying attention. So last dominant place we left this mechanism is she gets out of this and she takes a left. So my hands literally naturally went to the wheel and I made a left and I'm driving how I drive every single day, dominantly that way. And literally 2 minutes later, I'm like, what are you doing? Ani, where are you going? Like, you turn, go back. You were supposed to go straight. And that's when I realized, that's not the first time I realized that, but in that car example, I realized this is a perfect example of what I've fed my mind is what calls the shots when I'm on autopilot. This is why it's so important to feed your mind dominantly what you want, and to feed and discipline your mind and keep setting the desires in here and then detaching. Set the desire in, detach. Train your mind to think in your favor, because when you get on autopilot, which is probably most of the day, let me tell you, our world is designed to kind of keep you on autopilot. We got Netflix, we got HBO Max, we got TikTok, we got Instagram, we got so many things that kind of tend to keep you on autopilot. I mean, I intend you don't stay on autopilot. I intend you always are awake. And by awake, the awakened ones know what I mean. But by awake, I mean conscious, intentional. Your day is intentional. You're moving with flow. You're moving with intention. You're not moving on autopilot, doing the same old thing, same old thing, same old thing, hoping for a different reaction, different 3D reality reflection. Okay? So this is why I forgot to do get your drinks, get your snacks, but get your drinks, get your snacks, because I'm about to choke on my own spit. Okay, this is why it's so important to feed the mind your desires, because just like me navigate my subconscious mind navigating that car to wherever it goes, usually dominantly, right? Which was completely okay. It was a neutral thing, right? That happened. It's fine. But your brain navigates you dominantly to where your thoughts, beliefs, assumptions are and have been mostly. And the problem is, if they have been mostly in lack, mostly that you're broke, you don't have enough, you don't have enough, you don't have enough, you can't make ends meet, or my person doesn't want me, they don't like me, I can't get them to like me, they have a third party, whatever it is, if you're dominantly there and you've been there and you are working on changing the story, great. Keep going. Brain likes habits. Subconscious mind likes repetition. Subconscious mind likes habit. Subconscious mind likes discipline. Because what it's going to do is, if you go on autopilot and you're not being intentional, which is okay, you're human. You're not meant to control every damn minute of your day and second of your day. You're allowed to let loose and relax and have fun and be present and kind of shut it off for a second and be on autopilot. That's okay. But you need to set yourself up for when you're on autopilot, it's serving you. Just like how this client that's seeing her man show up like crazy and be so freaking vulnerable when he was so macho and not showing her any emotion and saying, I don't want commitment. Now he's saying things like, you have my heart and I'm going to take you to these nice places. We're going to go out for the first time ever out of town to the game. I'm going to take you to, he wants to, he's putting her on a pedestal. He wants to put her on a pedestal. He's showing her these things when this was never an option. This was never an option. And I know because we've met one-on-one multiple times. But funny enough, we don't meet too often, but she's sending me successes almost every month. Every month she's sending me an update on her successes. And this is not the first time I've shared this client's success. This is the first time I'm sharing this success, but from this client, I've shared multiple success stories because it's just going that good. And I intend that it's going this good for everyone that applies the work. But do you understand what I'm saying, you guys? If you get what I'm saying, comment down below. And do you understand why it's important to what's the word? There's a word in my brain right now that I'm trying to say. This is why it's almost like you're prepping yourself. You're prepping the subconscious mind by saying, hey, subconscious mind, I'm going to keep showing up this way for myself. I'm going to keep telling myself these things. I'm going to do maybe EFT. Maybe I'm going to do, I don't know, breath work, meditation, journaling, whatever floats your boat, you're going to do, because these are ways and methods to condition the mind in a way that serves you. You are conditioning, you are almost brainwashing your mind to only show up what serves you. And good for you. Like, a lot of people don't like the word brainwashing, but we have literally kind of been brainwashed to think that we don't have power, you know? I mean, don't take that too serious, because I feel like, you know, if you take that too serious, like, don't start creating that belief. But it's like, yeah, everything in our reality is kind of distracting us. So your job is to condition your mind and yourself and discipline by using whatever method works for you. I would never say don't do this, don't, like, whatever works for you works for you. Everyone's different. And we figure, if you're someone that wants custom like homework and coaching, we meet one-on-one. If you want a guided homework that is like so universal and it's been making people get success like crazy, courses are amazing too. If you want to just hear these free videos, which I always say, like, listen to the content, like, listen to it, apply, 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 apply. Whatever you do, don't just take it in. Start applying. Start making it happen. Start making goals for yourself. Start seeing what works and doesn't work for you. And then when you see what works for you, double down on it. Let whatever helps you condition your mind to think differently, right? Keep going. Stay persistent. Because when you're persistent, you're really conditioning it. You're really disciplining it. It's starting to understand, oh, channels have changed. This person wants to see this going forward. The reflection must show this going forward. So that's what we're going to do. Whether they're conscious, whether they're unconscious, whether they're on autopilot, whether they're not, we know what the next steps are. We know what reality to push out for this person. We know what reality to shift them in, which parallel reality to shift them in. Okay, so please always remember that car example, you guys. I know it's so simple. It's so simple. It probably happens to everyone. But if you're understanding how the mind works and the subconscious, you understand what I mean. I was on autopilot. I needed to go straight. But my brain, my subconscious mind says, no, no, no. Straight is not your habit. To keep you safe, we shall take you left. To where you always go left, girl. Dominantly, you're going left all day, every day. And I'm not dumb. I remember. So when you're not remembering and when you're focused on singing to the damn lyrics in your car or whatever, and you're figuring something else out in your mind, I'm going to make you take a left on autopilot, because that's where you've shown me to go all these times, and that's where it's safe. Okay? If this video helped you guys, comment down below. I intend each and every one of you watching this video experiences love, success, abundance, wealth. And I intend you let me know. Write it down in the comments. What have you manifested lately, you guys? I love, love, love your positive feedback. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful, wonderful client this last week, just saying how she watches every single video and how she appreciates the information so much. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for liking. I appreciate you for applying. I just appreciate you. I appreciate you for being, for living, for being born. So no matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter. I love you. Circumstances do not matter. I don't care how hard you think it is, how tough it looks right now, how impossible it seems. You're going to tell me your success. Okay? Love you. I see you in the next video. Bye.